Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with none other than Alain Caron for Bass Musician Magazine, talking about some of the coolest shit you're ever going to hear. Let's just talk for a second about your signal chain. You've been an F-bass guy for quite a long time. I've met George a few times. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know who he reminds me of? He kind of looks like, remember, is it George Loggins or what's that singer?
Yeah, Loggins Messina.
Loggins Messina.
Exactly.
Does he not look like that guy?
Totally.
You got your new signature Mark bass. Which,
second one.
Your second one, which you are very passionate about every time I see you talking about it. Those are your two main squeezes when it comes to part of your signal chain. Are you using any like floor gear? Are you using compressors and EQs?
Of course, the F basses that I've been playing for more than 30 years. I have my signature 6-string fretless bass. And then for me, those are the best instruments I can play. AC6, exactly. And I play the BN6 also with the special design. So those are my bass, it's my sound. I've been working with Mark Bass for, I can't remember, 80 years, 90 years. He offered me to work with me and said, Alain, we'll bid you build the amp you want. I said, wow, that's pretty cool. So they flew me to Italy. I went to the factory and then we worked on this first signature model that I have. Great, small and very powerful. I was very, very happy with it. My last signature series, it's a small combo, 3-way, 12, 5 inches in the tweeter, just like a studio monitor. A 12 inches speaker that can handle 1,000 watts. Headroom. So I used 2 of them.
Oh, are you going stereo with that stuff? Or
I've always played stereo all my life.
Okay.
I think I played stereo even back in the days with UZ. I was playing stereo. People ask me, why do you play stereo? The bass is mono. Yeah, totally right. But effects are stereo.
So you're running effects. Of course, all your synth stuff. So is that what you're doing? You're running synth through one and clean through the other?
No. It's stereo. Just like when I would mix it in the studio. Okay. When you hit a chorus, and then you're in studio, you mix that chorus. Your bass is here, and then the chorus goes boom, right? It's very wide. Or delay. A delay can be on one side. When I don't use delay when I play bass, but when I do a solo or I play melody, I can, have delay on one side. I play with the stereo image.
Mainly rack mount stuff, or you got any floor stuff that you like stepping on? Nowadays,
I'm using floor. I'm using a Roland GR55.
Oh, so it's got all the goodies built into that?
Yeah. I'll also use from time to time the new Zoom multi-effect, which sounds amazing. Especially the compressor sounds beautiful.
I like that company. Let's go over to a slightly different subject here. Let's talk about, what do you think about the new reality about the music industry? The old system, let's get a deal, let's get signed, versus the internet with the potential of reaching worldwide. There's ups, there are downs. New people who are trying to get into the business, which is kind of in jeopardy right now. Someone like you, you've actually got a reputation. Got to be a lot easier to be able to move around and stay within the business, yet it still must affect everybody in some way or form. What's your opinion on this? Yeah,
the industry has changed. The way to get in, the way to stay there, the way to survive, it's very, very, very different. Back in the days when I started, we did a vinyl. Our first record we did, Fast Emotion, I think cost more than $60,000. It's impossible to do it now. And then we did it like 40 years ago. For the artists to have a vinyl and get a distribution deal, it was like the tip of the iceberg. That was very hard to get there. Now you can have a CD or a record done in your basement for a few, not even $1,000. So everybody can do a record, a very good record, good sounding record. Distribution is a different thing. Because now you can put it on the internet and then it's free and then everybody can hear your music. So the channel of distribution is full now. It's very, very full. People go on the internet and YouTube and then they click and then they hear a lot of good music. The problem is, how can you make a living if your music is free? I remember back in the days too, every time we did a concert and people would video of our performance, we had this, a proper contract and we had to be paid. Now I see everybody that take their phone in my face and I'm performing, and then say, "Hey, this is my phone. I can do whatever I want with this phone. This my image, the footage I take of you, it belongs to me. In my head, it doesn't work like that. My performance belongs to me, and then I give it to you. How do I make a living? So this will need major adjustment. The internet and then the new technology is incredible. You can discover so many things on the internet. The younger musicians are so lucky to be able to click to see Steve Gadd and all the guys how to do it. Back in the days, I had to go with my LP and then try to figure out how Ray Brown was playing the bass. Now you can look, you can find the charts, you can find anything for you to learn in a second. This is good. That part is incredible. This is beautiful. The tough part is we need to make a living.
Live touring is still the one way that for sure you're going to be able to recuperate and keep living off of music.
Of course, definitely live music and selling your CDs after the concert. But on the other hand, all the festivals and then all the clubs and then venues, they receive a lot of calls for people to play, you know, because everybody wants to play live now. So they have a choice and the price maybe are going down a little bit. So this is a very difficult moment for the music industry in general. But I have faith. I have faith that the young generation and then the music industry in general will find solution. Because it cannot stay like that for forever.